Alright, so this is going to be a 1-all on Tourmaline Desert between D5 RJF to determine who will be the 4th seed in the playoffs. Both teams ended with a record with 4 wins, 1 loss, and they each won 8 drops and each lost 4 drops. So they ended up being tied for 4th place. And instead of doing a coin flip, this is the coin flip. Now D5 came in, they won all their drops until the final one versus Isaac, or all their matches. And they lost that one 2-0. RJF, on their hand, had to finish and beat Osiris to make it into this match. Alright, here we go. 1-all to get Hunchback 2C, a Jenner 2CA, a Night Jeer, and a Kodiak for dropship 5. It's looking like a bit of range there. That Hunchback 2C could have the AC2s. Ultra AC2s, and on the RJF side, we're seeing Jenner 2CA, a Night Chair, a Kodiak 3, and a Hunchback 2C. I'm also expecting some Ultra 2s. Now this is domination, so we'll see how they try to control the midpoint while also setting up for range. You see the RJF mix sitting up on the Tourmalines. They're having some oversight, where their Kodiak's moving up a little bit closer, and their light is just on the other side of that ridge there, just in the bubble. Right now, we got 5 seconds off the clock for RJF. And you see the oversight roll is also going on. 3 mechs sitting back for D5. Not much damage being done so far. Just very light trades, very cautious play. Both teams trying to make it into the playoffs here for a chance to win this 4v4 tournament. Oh, Jenner taking some damage there, down to 85%. He's just sitting there trying to hide, and that's pretty much what RJF is trying to do. Find their angle, see if they can actually take any damage they can possibly off on him, maybe even get a kill. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if you get a kill. If it still times out, Lord K taking more damage, still times out with even time, then it'll be a tie game. However, if that light goes down, it's going to make it much harder for them to take down one of the generators for RJF and to bring this back into a tie type scenario. You still see the 1 mech sitting back high up there on the Tourmalines for RJF as oversight, whereas D5 has now moved down. It moved down up to the stage area, spreading out here with the Kodiak popping to the right, sitting, trying to get a shot here. Drive away, I think it's that Hunchback. So we do see the 4 Ultra AC2s from Prelude. But damage is right now, the trade among the heavier mechs is about equal, but that light of Lord of Decay did take some shots there. We'll see if we can get a reading. Oh, he's lost one of his arms. He's down to 3 small pulse, and his CT is red exterior. Nothing done internals yet, but that is damaging. He is going to have very, very limited damage potential he can put out there when the fight actually happens. And the pressure right now is on D5. They might want to think about putting a medium in the bubble somehow, stop the capping, and then have the light go off with just those 3 small pulses, shoot down one of the generators, and tie this back up. Strike comes in, doesn't hit him. However, open CT now, other damage went into him. I don't think that strike hit him. It shouldn't have, a little bit too far away, but some shots got in there. He is nearly down, and you see 80% there, but they have that Hunchback on that that Hunchback that was sitting over in D4. They have knocked it down to 72%. But Prelude taking some damage up on the stage on a 77%. D5 feeling a little bit of pressure here, getting very active up on top of this stage. RJF, are they going to respond to this assault, or are they going to sit back, continue to trade? They are winning the trade so far. They probably could just play a patient game here. They got 6 minutes, but they are starting to move up. They're starting to move up towards that E5-ish corner there. It's a hard position to play off of, but that light is now flanking. He is going to look to get a flank on the D5 light, perhaps, and take him down, and that would actually totally blind RJF or totally blind D5 from the rest of RJF's movements. That could be a perfect opportunity if they could do that. However, D5 seems maybe think that this might happen because they have dropped the mech back. The Kodiak is providing oversight on that ramp now. Oh, the Kodiak getting very active. Nick Jersey getting very, very active here. He's going to run into this light, but he's also going to run into the Kodiak, which you probably didn't expect to get. And Charlemagne up there in the Night Chair is oversight as well, and that Kodiak took an absolute beating. But Lord Decay does go down, but was it worth it? Does have all his weapons. It's mostly their arm off, so it's a lot of superficial damage. That's good. That's a definitely good thing. It could have gone a lot worse for Nick there when he got super aggressive there and took some serious damage. We'll keep him up on the damage radar to see what he does because he's going to be a very important part. If E5 can get their heavies in assault, medium, maybe to take down the Kodiak before they get the rest of the engagement, they could come back from this deficit. But now, as you see, the time was ticking down in favor of RJF, and D5 has to get a bit more active. Just 5 minutes left in this match. The Ultra 2s and the Hunchback will provide you a lot of DPS, but you're going to have that sustained fight going on for that to happen. Aka ring reaped out across towards the D5 Kodiak, and you see these just trades here. Hunchback is a tough spot there. He can jump over. He feels like he's probably almost constantly exposed, but Nick getting some nice solid shots off towards Third Eye, who's in the Kodiak for D5. Ooh, Nigeria takes some damage there, drops 10% on that trade. Oh, he's sorry. That was Ultra 2. That's interesting. I mean, I've seen this 1v played a bit in the opens. I was curious how it would perform. I'm really curious how the damage ends up here. But Nick takes a poke again, going down 56%, but he's got the other Kodiak in just as much trouble. The other Night Cheers, 2 Gauss, 2 PPC. Wow, that's a super powerful build, but he's got to be thin here. But oh no, the Hunchback being caught in the open, and Lizzie is crossing, trying to cut him off and not let him escape. But he does get back behind the Tourmalines. Now Lizzie's going to helplessly get exposed as Kodiak, but you see the light for RJF coming into the Kodiak. Fight up here on the stage as the Hunchback. RJF Hunchback is up here just spreading the Ultra AC2s, takes down the Kodiak, takes down the Hunchback, and this drop does go in favor of RJF. RJF winning those initial trades, punishing the light, having to sit in there, just couldn't hide well enough, and that's something to take into consideration in the future. If the light can't sit back underneath here for too long, that might just mean that side has to be a little bit more aggressive and can't rely on sitting back in a range trade position. Congratulations to RJF, and they will move on in the playoffs as the 4th seed. As you saw, Night Lizzie 495 damage in the Ultra 2s. Well done. Lord Decay just not able to end up getting involved, unfortunately for him. I mean, he had his role and he did what he could, but just unfortunate that General was not able to be involved a little bit more.